Hey, so if you didn't see last week's video, you did not see the unveiling of my greatest accomplishment in my art career, which is my Sushi Bee pin. This is the backing card for it, but this is the pin. It's a rainbow acrylic 1.5 inch double posted, and it's available on my Etsy right now. He's about $10. The link to my Etsy to get him is down below. There's also a matching sticker of him that's a separate price now. He's just honestly one of my favorite things that I've made. Like, I'm so proud of him. And happy MerMay. It's May. MerMay's happening, but not only is MerMay happening, my Patreon is finally launched. Well, it's been launched since the 1st. And for the month of May, the rewards for subscribing to Patreon, if you join the sticker club, which is just $3 a month, and you get a cute little sticker exclusive to Patreon of this froggy in a bluebill hat with a lily. If you saw last week, I cut these out last week and hollowed them. It's a glitter hollow. Until I get more hollow, most of them are going to be glitter. And the $6 tier includes the sticker as well as an exclusive print. And this month is this little duck pond. I painted this on Patreon's extra speed paint. They get an extra speed paint every month. So whatever that speed paint is, that's what that print's going to be. And like I said, they're hand signed. And it's $6 for the both of them, or $3 for just the frog, or $1 if you just want to support me. Super proud of the way all this came out, and I'm really excited that this is where my art career is going right now, and I just can't thank you guys enough for all the support. And for the first speed paint of MerMay, if you remember last year, I made a merman design of Vincent, and he was a black tip reef shark. And then in my sketchbook on my Instagram, I made a merperson of Dante, who's Vincent's partner. And I'm like, I kind of want to draw Merman Vincent again. And also merperson Dante. So I decided I'm going to watercolor it with my old palette because using the Stuart Simple one scares me sometimes. And because I like to make the tails glittery when applied, Vincent is not because it is a shark. I'm finally going to bust out my old Praang glitter paints. Sometimes when I use these they get tacky, but I think I'm just going to spray it with hairspray. Okay, and the bird just shit on my jacket, so I'm going to go clean that up. And we'll start sketching. Hello and welcome to the first video of MerMay. I am so excited for MerMay this year. I have a bunch of characters that I'm so excited to mermify, but for starters I had to get Vincent and Dante out of the way. Not that they're a problem, I just love them a lot. And I probably sound very tired. It is currently 7:30 Wednesday morning, the day before, because I forgot to film a voiceover. This MerMay video took a lot longer to make than I thought for the sole purpose of, I don't know. Everything I did just did not want to come into this piece. Like, I couldn't think of a design, I couldn't think of poses, a situation. I eventually just settled on like a first date vibe between the two of them because their human selves are married with children. But I was like, this mermaid AU is kind of like a new thing, and I kind of want to bring it out on a first date, so I'm just going to do it like that. But outside of making this art, nothing was going right for me in the absolute slightest. Like, besides just like the partial art block, I got through that eventually. While I was packing some Etsy orders from the weekend, I decided that last minute I'm going to make some Patreon info cards to slip into my orders, because that's a fun thing to do. So I designed those super fast, and I go to print them, and my printer, well, I went to go print 3 of them, like 3 pages of them, and my printer printed out 1 page, and then like an 1/8 of another page, and then spit it out saying there was an error, and I was like, okay. So I cleared the queue, and I did it again, and it just kept saying error, error, error. I was like, come on. I restart the printer, I restart my computer, it printed out another page, and then another 1/8 of a page, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Because I had stickers to print out for my sibling and my mom. Like, just some personal stuff that they wanted. They drew some stuff up, and I was like, okay, I'll print them for you. So I'm like, don't tell me that my printer's having an issue out. And I also had to ship an order to Canada. I tried printing the shipping label, and it did not print. I printed 1/8 of it again, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So I'm looking for solutions online, and everyone's like, oh... No, this is the annoying part. My printer was completely connected to the internet. It was fine. It was my computer's end. So I was like, okay, what's the problem? So I'm looking on Google, trying to find like the support websites, and it says to uninstall and reinstall the printer. So I'm like, okay. So I uninstall the printer from my computer. I just go and take it out. And then I go to manually put it back in, like how I did before. Like, I do the connect thing, I put in like the printer name, the IP, whatever the hell else I need, and it goes internal error. Okay, so I go on the website, look up the error, and that error just means that the driver was uninstalled. So I was like, okay, I'll just go and install the driver again, because when I uninstalled the printer, the driver left. I go and download the printer driver, and it's like, oh, you need to download the HP Smart app for the driver. And I was like, I have the HP Smart app. Why are you telling me to download it? So I go open that app on my computer, and it's like, there it is. There's my printer. It's showing that it's connected. Like, the printer and my computer have a connection. It's just that the driver wasn't there for supporting. So I was like, okay. So I go and click on it to debug and find the driver. It took like 5 minutes, and then it's like, oh, not here. Sorry, can't help you. Go online. Okay, go online. That system is not supported. What do you mean it's not supported on my system? That's how I use my printer. At this point, it's like 11 p.m. on Monday night. I'm getting fucking angry. Because it was basically sending me to Wild Goose Chase. It was like, go look at this, but go do this. Oh, but this doesn't work. Go back to here. The first option, that didn't work. So I was like, okay. So I'm scrambling. I go back to the HP website and look up the driver. I have a HP OfficeJet 3830, by the way. And I realized that you can download a basic driver for your printer. So I'm like, you know what? It didn't tell me to do that before, but I'm going to download the driver because what's the worst that can happen? All of a sudden, it's connected. I'm like, thank God. Back on the sticker page, because that's my test page, go to print, and it still says error. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, why do you have an error? I downloaded the driver. So I go to my systems, go to my settings, look at the printer, and what do I see? The printer default is listed as the fax machine option on my printer. Somehow, in the middle of everything, I accidentally set my default to be a fax machine. And that's why nothing was printing. 3 hours I spent working on this, and it did not work. And this entire time, I'm like, as things are like, please wait while we do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to like go ahead to start painting this, and it's just not happening. I was so frustrated. I was just like, you know what? I don't want to do this right now. So I printed off the last of the info cards. They printed out fine, which is really funny because before this whole driver update, I used to print like full pages for like stickers and stuff, and it would take like a good 3 minutes to print a page. And one full page literally took less than 15 seconds to print, and I'm like, that's not normal for my printer. But maybe it'll go back, but I mean, the print quality was good. The only thing I noticed was that the bottom part of the one page had very slight banding, and I know that my tricolor cartridge is running low, which is fine. I have ink. I have the instant ink program. But yeah, that was my struggle with trying to get MerMay done while having a printer that wasn't cooperating. And also sending orders to Canada because tariff numbers are stupid. Like, there's a tariff number for keychains with keys, keychains made of metal, and keychains with toys. I had to send an acrylic charm. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the fuck? What's an acrylic charm classified under besides keychain? Which that doesn't exist. I actually ended up finding one that was just like other keychain like plastic, so I just did that. And I'm praying that the US government doesn't come bite my ass. This whole week has just been like a clusterfuck. I think I'm getting a cold or something because I feel like garbage. I sound like garbage. And it took me way too long to get MerMay done. All in all, like I said, it's almost 7:45 by now. Yeah, I've been recording for 15 minutes because I keep stopped sniffling. My eyes itch. I'm gonna go make some soup. We'll edit this video and make some soup. Maybe next week's MerMay won't be as chaotic. It probably will be. Who knows? We'll see you next week to find out. Don't forget, Instagram's down below to follow me. Etsy's down below to support me. And my Patreon. Yay! Alright, thanks. Love you guys. Bye.